Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill. Hey, what's up? You are now watching DGTA TV. Hey, like and subscribe, and don't forget to smash that follow button too. See you smash that again. Yep. Turn on the notifications too. Hey, you are now tuned into Expansion Pack. I am your host, Dan F. Man. This is just the intro right here. Go ahead, like and subscribe if you have not already. Turn on them notifications so you can be in here every single time I go in here. Yeah, let go. Expansion. Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
It's Laylo, boy, and you tuned into Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man, live on DGTA TV. You know what it is. It's Laylo, boy, and you tuned into Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man, live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
A great day to you all too as well. Glad to be here in the building with you. Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I am your host, Dan F. Man. As you've been hearing on these interesting commercials I've been playing, like I said, it's good to be back in the building with you. Give me 1 second.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you're seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. All right.
Chill.
I hope y'all enjoyed those ads. So, what we are talking about today here on Expansion Pack is Mental Health Thursday. Mental Health Thursday. And the aspect that we are going to approach is endurance. Endurance. Let me get my mouse turned on here for the Sims. All right. So we're going to talk about mental health, but we're going to talk about endurance. We're going to break this thing down into subcategories. Like I said before, we don't want to get overwhelmed. We want to eat the whole sandwich in bites, not just at one time. This ain't a Crystal Burger. It's a big, hefty Big Mac with extra sauce. So we got to approach it that way. Give me a second. Let me adjust my mic. Okay. So, like I was saying, endurance. The language that we're going to be speaking or using and translating is Turkish. Turkish. I decided to go with Turkish. So, with that being said, I hope that everybody's having a great day so far. And we're going to get this thing on the road. One more quick commercial ad for y'all while I grab my phone and get that Turkish translation queued up. Give me 1 second.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, what's up? You are now watching DGTA TV. Hey, like and subscribe. And don't forget to smash that follow button too. Let me see you smash that right there. Yeah. Turn on them notifications too. Okay. So, the language is Turkish. And so, what we're going to be talking about is mental health. What we're going to break it down into a subcategory of endurance. And I'll explain a little bit further how I'm going to be explaining or talking about mental health. But let's just go forward from here in the regular expansion pack format. All right. So mental, the word mental in Turkish is
zihinsel,
zihinsel.
zihinsel,
Zihinsel.
zihinsel,
You can't see my screen, so I ain't even gonna try. All right.
zihinsel,
Zihinsel. Let's see what health is, and healthy as well. Zaylik.
sağlık,
Salik.
sağlık,
Zitsel. Zalik.
sağlık,
Zalik.
sağlık,
All right, that's health, and I could have just added a Y. Healthy. Zaliki.
sağlıklı,
Oh, zaliklı. Zaliklı.
sağlıklı,
Zaliklı. Zaliklı. Hold on, let me see mental again.
zihinsel,
Zihinsel zaliklı. I almost got it. I'm getting better at this. All right, so mental health. All right. So it's something different. Okay, so mental.
akıl sağlığı,
Akıl sağlığı.
akıl sağlığı,
Akıl sağlığı.
akıl sağlığı,
The computer ain't doing it no justice. I can already tell.
akıl sağlığı,
Akıl sağlığı. I'm a mess with it. Mentally healthy. There you go.
gerçekten sağlıklı,
Gerçekten
gerçekten sağlıklı,
gerçekten sağlıklı. Sağlıklı.
gerçekten sağlıklı,
Gerçekten sağlıklı. I got it.
gerçekten sağlıklı,
Gerçekten sağlıklı. All right, hey. So I ain't gonna beat it down. I ain't gonna keep on doing this translation over and over in your ear. That is mentally healthy in Turkish. So we're gonna do sağlıklı. Sağlıklı. Let's do healthy one more time. That's sağlıklı. 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 Health is
sağlık,
Zalik. Health is Zalik. Sorry for yawning. Zalik.
sağlık,
And healthy
Sağlık.
is Zalikli. Okay. Zalikli. And mental is Zihinsel.
zihinsel,
Zihinsel.
zihinsel,
Zihinsel. All right. So, oh, I like that one. Zihinsel. Zihinsel. Zihinsel.
zihinsel,
I don't know. It reminded me of saying see inside. So mental health. We also, let's define mental so we get a whole picture. Relating to the mind, mental faculties relating to
Disorders. Excuse me.
relating to disorders of the mind, mental health. Okay. What is the full meaning of mental? The mind. The adjective mental describes anything having to do with the mind. Just as physical has to do with the body, mental has to do with the intellect, the mind, or the brain. Let's check this out then. Mind. Definition. The element of a person, ooh, I like that, that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought. As the thoughts ran through his mind, he came to a conclusion. That's good. Good. I like that. All right. So we have mental, which is relating to the mind. And the mind is the element of the person that allows them to be aware. Oh, I am leaving the house. Okay. Gotcha. Maybe you can listen to it on your ride, I hope. Okay, health. The state of being free from illness or injury. He was restored to health. Okay. Okay, what is the best definition? Health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Okay. The state, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. Okay. The enjoyment of the highest attainable standard of health is one of the fundamental rights of every human being without distinction of race, religion, political belief, economic, or social condition. All right. I hope you build a room for Zanita and myself. Definitely. Yeah. Hey, we can put it right here on this back patio out here. Or right over here in this open area. I'll sell that tree. Yeah, don't you wish you can do that in real life? So, now that we done rounded out our definitions right now of mental and health, we even got it in German. Y'all, it's 11:11. Go ahead and make your wish. All right. I made mine. Keep yawning. Must be tight. Sleep like my man's right here. It's 5 a.m. All right. So now that we have a complete definition of what mental and what health is, let's look up last word. Endurance. Dayanıklılık.
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 Dayanıklılık. There we go. So, dayanıklılık. Let's look up what the definition of endurance is. All right. The fact or power of enduring an unpleasant or difficult process or situation without giving way. She was close to the limit of her endurance. Let's see. Enduring. Continuing or long lasting. He formed a number of enduring relationships with women. That's what's up. Enduring. Remain in existence. I like that one. To endure. All right, endurance. So, to remain in existence. I'm going to take that one and break it down. To remain in existence. Buildings, and architects face this all the time. So the building has to have endurance. Your house, your home, your place of work has to have endurance. And the architect has to design into the building plans endurance, the endurance of the building. Now, we can look at the pyramids and say, hey, they put some endurance. That building has some endurance. It is able to endure a lot more than the buildings that may be standing today if they were in some of the environments or conditions that the pyramids are in. Now, I use the example of a building to show endurance because that is something that is built. That's something that's built. It's not something that is naturally formed like a tree. Like a tree grows out of the ground, and its level of endurance is measured by its environment that it grows in. But it could keep on growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing forever if the wind don't push it down, if it's not something that makes the tree not be able to produce what it needs to survive or to last, so it dies. As long as those things don't happen, the tree will endure. That is something that's natural. It's in its own environment. But the building is built by someone or something, and it's built into the environment from pieces of the environment and hopes that it will endure. So 1 second, let me pull this up on my phone. All right, let me see. We got a question. Don't try to cook for Dan. Okay, I won't. So, let me get this back pulled up. So, endurance is something that we can create, is what I'm saying. It's something that we can build up and work to. Hey, thanks for the with a love to my story, Egypt. You know what I'm saying? As always. So how do you build up mental health endurance? And what do you want to endure? Well, let's start with your entire life. You want to build up mental health endurance to endure your entire life. You don't want to have a breakdown in the middle of your life and you can't endure. Endurance comes from repetitive behavior. Your calluses on your hands, the roughness of your hands, the texture of your feet, the fabric that you wear on your pants, they build up endurance over time, or they build up that layer of callus and whatnot over time from repetitive behavior. So endurance is something that you start to build as soon as you start to do something. Let me see what this comment says. Yes, one thing is to have a healthy outlet. Let's examine that. So you're able to endure a little bit more when you can sit the weights down, when you can get off of the bike or off of the treadmill for a little while and just be. Let me see. Let me get something, watching something good. Or just go in there. Let me turn the music down. Yep. So having that outlet and having that release, also be able to release things and not hold things inside. Yep. So like I said, let's explore that. So an outlet could be
that release. And I'm using the words together on purpose. That outlet is your release. And let's say that whatever it is you're releasing is pressure to you. We know if we put too much pressure on anything that it's going to need a release. It's going to need to let things go at a certain point. Yeah, they're going to do their thing. I'm tired of pausing it. So we are just like that thing that's getting pressure put on us. Let's say we are, she doing sit-ups. Let's say we are that thing that's getting the pressure put on us. And eventually, whether it's the situation that's happening now or later or whatever, eventually we're going to need to release that pressure. Now, is it okay to put that on to somebody else or to talk to somebody else about what you feel is weighing you down? Yes, it is okay. It is okay. That is your release. Otherwise, the pressure may be too much. And then you'll explode, obviously. Now, let's go to the other side of that, though. Keeping things inside. We know also that pressure regulates things. Hydraulics, it runs on pressure. So, is that pressure always needed? Yes. We have to look at these things in both sides, in both lights, in both aspects. In the aspect of helping and in the aspect of hurting. 1 second, let me adjust my mic. And the perfect example is the hydraulics. So back to building that endurance. How do you build endurance? How are you able to endure better? And we purposely not saying cope. We don't want to cope. We don't want to simply get by. We want to endure, because that endurance is going to lead to us being fortified against whatever it is that we need to endure. Dang, you going to be late for work, bruh. No. I'm going to have one of them call a repairman. Man. All right, so now I'm speaking. Now let me go back and put my disclaimer on that I should have put on at the beginning of the show. Now I am speaking from the terms of ordinary people. I am not a guru. I am not a metaphysical champion graduate or nothing like that. I'm just an ordinary person, I'm an ordinary person with ordinary life experiences. So I'm able to tell you about what I know. Now, with that being said, it's easy. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. It's easy to dish these things out. But when you're dealing with life events, let's just call them life events, you ain't never had that happen to you. So there is no just enduring certain life events. Those life events may crush you. The pressure of them may crush you. So there is no enduring. I'm going to use the example of lifting weights or on the bench press. And when you lifting weights on the bench press, if you ain't got a spotter, you got to be able to do that thing yourself. Yeah, let me hire the repair service. I guess as soon as I get home. You got to do that thing yourself. So the weight of whatever life event that you're dealing with that crushes you, there is no spotter. The spotter can't even get it off of you. But once you are there and you're at your lowest point, and like I said, it's going to sound easy. It's going to sound like, oh yeah, we can do that. Once you are at your lowest point, now you know what your new max is. When you in the gym, now this is for my people who was part of the sports team and had to go to weightlifting. Now, when you at the gym and you working out, you got your workouts, and then you got the max day. Max day is where you like, yep, we're going to set our new max. And you keep going. All right, you hit that one. All right, you keep going, you hit that one. All right, you keep going, you hit that one. All right, you keep going, and you like, I got that one. And down, now you get to the next one, and you like, I can't even get it up. That one before was your max. Now, in life, you going, and this day to day is so good. Lord, protect me right now. You going, and day to day, and you, I'm out. I got that. My day is going. I got that day. And then that day come when you like, I can't. I got it. I got through that day. Then that day comes where it's like, I can't even. That's your max. That day before was your max. That's what you can endure. That's what you can handle. You can't handle no more. You need to get the spotter. You need to go back to doing your workouts. You need to go back to doing what was getting you through the days before, so you can build up that strength, that endurance some more. And remind you, we talking about mental health. We're not talking about physical weightlifting. We talking about mental health. So 1 second, let me read this comment. By continuously doing what works brings endurance. I like that. So my example of the weightlifting should fit with what you just said perfectly. You leave them living. So mental health, though, as we take a step back and we look at it and we approach it, is something that we, just like everything else, is something that we can do something. Let me see, too many somethings. Mental health is something that we can control. We can make better. We can also pollute our own mental health. Now, let's say the year is 1994 and you trying to go to the therapist, counselor, whatever, at whatever age. It might not be, it's not the same. It's not the same as now. So whereas now you have a better understanding of the need for mental health than you had when it was 1994. That does not mean that the person that saw what in 1994 how it was is going to go to the counselor in 2024. I done had this scab. I mean, this cut for so long. It's a scab now, and I don't feel like picking it open. Just because in the name of healing it. That is how maybe us or everybody may be looking at it in 2024 that was getting it frowned upon, or they felt shunned from society in 1994. That's 30 years. 30 years. But you can also see where it's needed. Hey, what's up, Mar Beauty? What's happening? Mar Beauty 88 in the building for everybody. All right, let me see these comments. Check my comments on Facebook. Had to get off there because you're not getting my. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord. I bet you it's more than just you, too. That's not fair to y'all. I swear it's not fair to y'all. Oh, man, all of the comments there, too. So I'm going to read all of them back now that you're here. Now that you're here with us, I'm going to read all of them back. So Okay, I'm gonna read all of them. Facts. Quality testing is the best way. Okay, quality testing is the best way to explain it for me, because when you quality test, it's a repeated test to make sure things can handle pressure under pressure. That's right. If that makes sense. Yes, it does. I'm gonna read it again. Quality testing is the best way to explain it for me, because when you quality test, it is repeated. It's a repeated test to make sure things can handle pressure under pressure, if that makes sense. Or it's going to blow up. I had to blow up a massive one when I was in college. I was alone. I had a lot on my mental, and I was indulging in alcohol and eco. And I blew up and had a serious breakdown in front of my RD and some RAs. Hey, thank you for the 99 stars, E. Hey, that's my girl, E. Appreciate you on them 99 stars. Everything is appreciated over here at DGTA. So I'm sorry that I missed your comments before. And it's funny because my spirit was telling me, hey, dog, stay on the Facebook and make sure you're looking at the comments on the Facebook. And I didn't listen because this topic, we're going to visit this topic every Thursday. Mental Health Thursdays is what I'm going to call it. And I appreciate you sharing with us. E. I'm gonna go back to that. LOL, it's okay. I know you paying attention to Twitch. I'm trying to watch all of them. I probably even got people saying stuff on Twitter too, but I don't got my media manager ain't able to work full time for me right now, so I'm doing the best I can. But to go back to what you said, I really want to say this and pitch this out there for anybody that's listening, because it gets me all of the time. Not some of the time, but all of the time. We need somewhere that we can relieve the mental stress and the mental pressure. And it has to be in a way that makes us feel comfortable, or else we all know that it ain't gonna be no relief. That's a good idea, but I don't mean it in the fashion of, or the form of, you gotta somebody you can always tell your secrets to, or somebody that you can always go to and kind of just tell what's on your mind. I mean it in a way of, let's say your hard drive got too much stuff on it. And so, your hard drive for your computer got too much stuff on it. So you got your portable hard drive or your flash drive, and you just put a little extra on there, move some stuff around, do a backup. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. If we had that, maybe we could get a little bit of real relief. I don't know how that really works when it comes to real life, though. In the figurative light, you got it to where on the computer is saying that it's at capacity, so you just move some stuff around. I don't know how you would do that in real life, other than what I'm about to say. So, like I said, my disclaimer, I am not a guru. I am not a master metaphysician. The closest thing I do have is a bachelor's degree in physics, but that's not to give you life advice. All right. But I have been living here for quite a while in this world. So I want to share some of my experience in my ways of doing things. Right. Crying, laughing, and giving or getting a hug is a relief. Yep. PE class. Oh, hold on. Wait. Ella's PE class gets to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity. Oh, don't you guys love the game and how it's just listening, or how life is just listening? Let me run that back. Ella's PE class gets to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity, their endurance. She is mostly through the first lap when she notices a gap under the bleachers, just the right size for a little rest. Would coach notice if she sat out a few laps? Ooh, this gonna lead us into our next little piece of this. I like that. I really like that. So, endurance. Should she hide out? Y'all write in the chat. If you out there in the chat, please give me an answer to this. Should she hide out? Should Ella hide out or keep running? I'm going to read it again if you missed it. Ella's PE class gets to run laps, lots of them, to build their stamina and lung capacity. She is mostly through the first lap when she notices a gap under the bleachers, just the right size for a little rest. Would coach notice if she sat out a few laps? Let's see. Experience is everything. It teaches so many life lessons. Yes, it does. I want to see if y'all still out there in the chat. If y'all still out there in the chat, what should Ella do? Should she hide out or should she keep running? Okay, keep running. All right. Nope, keep running. That's one. Let's see if we can get a couple more in here before I just hit the button on it. We know the obvious answer is she should keep running, but she tired. She tired, boss. And we are relating this to our mental health. You're tired. And you're tired. And what should you do? All right, so hold on. There go another one. She should keep running. Okay, she should keep running. I like that. That's two. If we get one more, then I'll go ahead and push to keep running. We get one more in the next 5 seconds. Well, 10 seconds. I'll just go ahead and hit it. But if anybody want to challenge that, then we'll. Because maybe she should hide out. Remember, we talking about mental health. The game talking about Ella hiding out. So let's see. Any more? Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. One more. Could she take a break? Oh, Zanita 67 said keep running too. Could she take a break? Okay, so she just did her first lap. She is mostly through the first lap. And she ain't even dead no more. So everybody voted keep running. Let's see how it goes. Ella glances around and decides it's too risky. But imagining that cool shade helps her pick up a little speed. Ella finishes all her laps with a new personal best time. Look at that. Performance gain is small. Look at that. That's my girl. Look at Eli, uncomfortable. All that cool. So remember, we talking about mental health, all right? And the game just gave us a perfect example of that. Life is going to send you on a few laps. It's going to take you down a few laps. And you know you got to run them. You got 100 laps. You going to take a break at 50? Or you going to keep on running? Because you going to get tired. We know in life we going to get tired. And we know the pressure is going to be there. Oh, curl. Them legs can keep running. Yeah. In life, we know you're going to get tired. And those situations are going to be stressful. But here's my advice and here's my tip. Like I said, I'm not a guru or metaphysician advice giver. But here is my tip. You have to organize. You have to organize. You have to organize. Now, every day you get a collective file. And that file is filled with all of the sights, smells, sounds, and all of that sensory information from the day. You have to organize. In a previous episode of Expansion Pack, I called it reflection. All right. In this episode of Expansion Pack, I'm going to call it organization. Now, you can go and you can clean up your room and you can organize all your little gadgets and trinkets and movies and DVDs and CDs and all of that. How about organizing your memories and organizing your thoughts? Now, what does it take to organize your things in your room? Organize or arrange how you want them to be. What does it take? I know your mind is spinning. Yo, well, it takes this and this and this. It takes time. It takes time. Remember, we at the root, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the root. We go to the root. It takes time. Yeah, sure, it's going to take you to be organized and neat and disciplined. But it takes time. Now, what is the one main thing we are giving as long as you here with me listening to this? You got it. Now, yeah, sure, you don't have enough time to do this, and you might have to do this first and get that done. But in that time is time for you to organize your thoughts. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm going to leave y'all with that. This is Expansion Pack. Remember, we at the root right now. And what you need in order for you to be more efficient and endure a little bit better is to organize your thoughts in your mind. I like how that sounded with the beat. This is Expansion Pack. Be right back.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill. Hey, you are now tuned into Expansion Pack. I am your host, Dan F. Man. This is just the intro right here. Go ahead, like and subscribe if you have not already. Turn on them notifications so you can be in here every single time I go in here. Yeah, let go. Expansion. This your boy Dan F. Man, the host of Expansion Pack, here on DGTA TV, every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. You want to expand on some topics? You want to talk about what's on your mind? Come on down, pop that Expansion Pack in. Let's play the game. Let's talk about it.
Yes, you can have that if you really want. It's already in your bag because you really, really want it. Think about it, you'll have what you really, really want. If you really, really want it, really, really want it. Thoughts create what you have.
All right, and we back. So I hope that sunk into your head just right. You know what I'm saying? All you need is time to organize your mind. I'm sorry to laugh. Let me say it again, seriously. All you need is time to organize your mind. Now, the reason that we talking about this, and the reason why we talking about this on my particular platform, is because it's important to me. It's important that you know what you got, and you know what you got. It's important that you know what you have as far as the resources that are, oh, I got a promotion. The resources that are available to you. Let me pause and see what this promotion talking about. All right, promoted to intelligence researcher. Daniel has been promoted to intelligence researcher. He will now make an additional $2 an hour for a grand total of $19 per hour. He has also received the following bonus: 349 simoleons, the Swiveler, intelligence research on the computer. Intelligence research on the computer. All right, his next shift is Thursday, at 7 a.m. All right. So I got 3 days available. Oh, still 7 to 3. That's my guy. I need that. Can't work no other time. Them kids get out of school. I gotta be home. So yeah. All right. So now back to what I was saying. So a basketball player uses his arms and legs to play basketball. All right. A football player uses his arms and legs to play football. Well, a thinker, one that specializes in thought and thinking, uses his mind to think. A chess player uses his mind to play chess, his hands and his mind and his eyes and his mind. The basketball player uses his hands, his feet, and his mind. The underlying thing being the mind every single time. The artist uses his hands, his feet, maybe, and his mind. So let's get into this mind. Let's get into this mental health aspect of life. Let's take the blinders off. Let me stop talking like that and let's talk like this. Let's take the blinders off, right? Let's take all of the nonsense away. I'm talking about the TVs, the cars, the clothes. Let's take all of that away. Strip you down. And you have your mind. Confine you and you have your mind. Now the part that's so itchy and makes you anxious is that you don't have an instruction manual for your mind. I don't have one. You don't have one. Who in the hell got the instructions for this thing? Who? If you listening to me right now, check these comments and make sure I ain't missing nothing. Because even YouTube sometimes don't be popping up. If you listening to me right now, who has the instructions? I'm wondering. Now, I'm taking a pause just because I'm checking comments, but I'm also thinking about the answer to that question. Who has it? Now, we can turn to the Bible. We can turn to the Quran. We can turn to any of the holy books and ask that same question on. Hell, I came up with, even from my own mind, basic instructions before leaving Earth, meaning the Bible. I thought that without nobody telling it to me. But how can I get, okay, let's go down let's go down this line. I ain't gonna dodge him. How can I get a whole body and a whole life and don't know how to put it together? How do I have, or how can I get, or how have I gotten a whole life and body in it and don't know how to put it together? See, my body is already put together, fully working, knows how to regenerate itself, eat, sleep, and make itself feel better. But the life part, I have no say so or no control over how it's put together. Go and buy something from IKEA right now. Go buy something from IKEA. Go buy something from anywhere. And it comes with instructions on how to put it together. And if it ain't got the instructions on how to put it together, then you get a free one. No, I'm just playing. But still. So, Where is life's instructions? All right, when this happens, go do that. And like I said, there's so many holy passages that we can reference and that we can use to say, hey, this is the way to go. Yes, I know this. I found my way. But give me something that I can repeat. Well, obviously, it's been working because people still here. That is the answer, though. You are going to build your own playbook. We're going to approach this thing because we're coming up on our first hour right now. So let's approach this thing with a solution. All right. Let me check out, make sure I ain't missing no comments. All right. So let's approach this thing with a solution. And notice that I'm giving out solutions, or I'm giving out methods and ways from the point of view of things we already do and already know about and are already aware of. I'm not giving it from the point of view of, oh, you need to do 3 laps around the field and 10 squats if you want to be healthy. Hey, what's good, Jazz? Hold on. Hey, what's good, Jazz? Good to have you in here with us. We talking about mental health right now. Endurance. Just endurance. Mental health is such a big category that I didn't want to try to take one of them big old sandwiches and eat it all in one bite. So we just talking about endurance, the mental health aspect of endurance. So like I said, let's approach some solutions, and we're not going to approach this thing from the aspect of do or don't want to do, or you have to build up to. We're going to take it small steps. Whereas you trying to lose weight or you want to get more in shape, the first step is not to go run 2 miles. The first step is to buy running shoes. You want to learn something new or take a class on something. The first step is to sign up. So we're going to do this thing step by step. And to build that endurance, let me put my phone down. I'm holding my phone up like I'm talking on it. Hold up. Make sure I ain't missing nothing through YouTube. YouTube's nizzle. All right. So the way to build that endurance, to start to build that endurance, is to actually find your max. And mentally, that is actually, it's not easy and it's not necessarily fun, but the work is worth it. It pays off in so many versions of, aspects of your life. It's like pouring water on you. There ain't a part of you that ain't gonna get wet if I pour enough water on you. Every single piece of you will get wet. So when you go through and you find your max mentally, that is the trauma that you've been through, that you're still even probably going through, but you breathing here today. You're still eating here today. So you still probably have not reached your max on that. The max is when the trauma is over, or you've officially said there's no more. It's no more. That's your max. And you may have done that already, but once you rediscover it or you reanalyze that is your max, it gives you something else to push forward to. Not saying you want to go through those experiences again or you want to have that happen to you again, but you know what signs to look out for to say that it's going to happen again. Just like if the person is, you just hit your max and they going over to the weight rack, you know what they going to grab. That's either a 10 or a 25 or something like that, but it's not something spontaneous anymore. You know the signs, you know what to look out for. Let me see. Hey, that's what's up. I'm glad. All right, so finding your max. That's our solution here at the top of the hour. Find your max. Go out there into your mind space, your mental space. We're not talking about going to the park or, oh, dang, they giving us money. Everything looks fixed. Oh, I paid them $100. Good thing they gave me that bonus at work. Did you mop up the floor? He ain't mop shit. Anyway, go out there and find your max. And when I say out there, I mean into your mental space. Use that tool that we spoke about in the previous episode of reflection. And when you're reflecting and organizing your thoughts, you will be able to find those points where you just couldn't take it no more. That is your max. Take a small commercial break, let you hear a couple of these ads I created, and we'll be right back. This is Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. You watching DGTA TV.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man, live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
All right, and I'm back. So now that we have, we still ain't even made it to 12 o'clock yet. So now that we are just now rolling into our next hour for the afternoon, if you in the chat, I hope you have been enjoying. We're gonna do a small recap for those who have probably missed it. We talking about mental health here today. And we only talking about a bite-sized portion of it. We are not talking about the whole entire aspect of mental health. We also have translated mental and health in Turkish, and they sound, hold on, let me get back to it, like this. Let me get Turkish. Zihinsel.
Zihinsel.
That's mental. And health is sağlık.
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 Sağlıki. I'm sağlıki. Healthy.
Sağlıklı.
Sağlıklı. I'm sağlıklı.
Sağlıklı.
I'm sağlıklı. Mixing all that English and Turkish. Sağlıklı.
Sağlıklı.
Put a little English on that Turkish. Anyway, so
Sağlıklı.
So like I said, it is the recap for those who are just now joining us. We talking about mental health, and we talking about endurance. Let me get endurance pulled up here too as well.
Dayanıklılık.
All right, so we only talking about the endurance side of mental health, enduring the things that you have gone through, not still going through, but gone through. You've endured. The things you are going through, you're enduring. I'll look it back up in a second. So we talking. We translated in Turkish. Back to what I was saying. We've translated in Turkish. And we're only talking about a bite-sized portion of this thing, which is endurance. We're not talking about the entire mental health aspect. What we said so far, hold on, let me find my person. I know it's a way. Enter, is it enter? Yeah, that's how you do it. You just jump to them. All right, so far we've decided, we've said that mental health and your endurance comes from the reps. It comes from actually being in situations, or at least examining them through your mind's eye. We all know what the mind's eye is. It's what we use to daydream. We use to imagine things. So examining things from your mind's eye perspectives gives you that clarity that you need to organize your thoughts. If you don't spend that time, it only takes some time. If you don't spend that time to organize your thoughts or to see through your mind's eye, you'll feel pushed and pulled and pressured by the influences on your mind's eye. Sure, we have two eyes. Sure, we can see lots of things, but can you see into yourself? Can you see into what you want yourself to be? Now, what the solution comes in is actually going into your mind's eye, observing what is there and what has happened to you in all of your experiences, organizing it into a way that is approachable for you, and finding out what you can't take any more of. That is your max. And we use the example of weightlifting to say that once you find out your max, after you do your weeks of workout, it's max day. Once you find your max on max day, that is where you cannot go beyond. That is where you at. You set the bar right there. Then you go back out to your workouts, and you work out and you work out and you work out some more in hopes to boost and push that max even higher. In the mental health realm, you use your mind's eye to search through your experiences. That is the gym. You search through your experiences. The better you can search, the more you search, the better you search, and the more you find. Go into your mind's eye gym, find those experiences that you could not take anymore. You can't take any more of that. You don't want to do it again, whatever it is. That is your max. Oh, okay. Thought that was a new comment. That's an old comment. That is your max. I remind myself of I forget his name, but he be on Instagram. He be making fun of podcasters, saying that every podcaster sound like how I'm talking right now. In life, man, you just got to do it. You can't wait for nobody to tell you, man. You just got to get out there and you got to do it. Hey, what's good? What's good, Jay? Sorry if I missed your comment. I hope you're still in there. Tapping, bro. Your maximum grows with you. I believe, and you gain wisdom of self in that process. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am checking these comments. I'm making sure I stay tight with these because I know y'all listening out there, and I appreciate it. I'm just a taste bit late on some of them. Let me go back. I'm gonna make sure I got my screens up, showing me everywhere at once from now on. Do this thing step by step, and to build that endurance, Yeah, I'll make sure I the heck? I'll make sure I got my chats, all my chats pulled up from now on. There we go. Yeah, I'll make sure I got my all my chats pulled up. Let me check one more time. All right, so sorry, y'all. Let me send y'all the commercial real quick. Hold on 1 second.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
All right, so now I got all my chats. Or at least I should. Make sure I get one more. My bad. Yeah, I'll pop. Well, never mind. I can do both. I forgot my phone can do that. And that. And that. Cool. All right, then I'll still be able to see the chat. That's cool. Cool. All right. So, like I was saying, being able to use your mind's eye helps you to be able to organize your thoughts. The same way that you would organize files on a hard drive to be able to relieve some of the pressure of get some of the space back on your computer. Now, all of this, the reason you would start with your conditioning in any sport, and that's exactly what endurance is. It's just conditioning. The reason you would start with your conditioning in any sport or in anything that you do is so that you know what you're doing and you have that muscle memory of it. And the same thing goes for your mental health. These are just words to describe what we all are experiencing. So it's easier when you look at it that way. As opposed to looking at it as something that is a mystery or something that you couldn't approach. At one point, none of us knew how to ride a bike. And I'm pretty certain that we learned it. Did this man, I'm about to say, did he not cook for everybody? Everybody need to eat. Y'all come on over here and get something to eat, man. Now, conditioning looks like reps. Looks like doing things repetitively. like running laps, like Ella had to do in gym class today. That's all it is. And that builds your endurance for the future. I'll let her watch some TV before bed. Is there a way? I'm sorry, hold on. Let me get this out the way real quick, and then I'll get back to that. You can watch some TV too. You can go use the bathroom. And then I guess you can kick it with everybody. All right. So, at no point am I telling you that you'll be able to go into your mind and be Magneto and, make stuff move. But what I am telling you is to exercise. Exercise your mind. Your mind is a muscle. It is a bone. It is your arm. It is your leg. It is every piece of you, every piece and part of you. So it needs to be worked. You need to work it. And if you don't work it, then obviously it won't be of any use to you. You won't be any good. It won't be any good. And what does that look like? And what I mean is, what does it look like if your mind isn't any good to you? Or you're not using it till its full appreciation? Well, you can go into a spiral. Where are they getting these books from? I need a book for them to read for real. You're going to go into a spiral. So I was watching this, listening to famous author speak. His name is Earl Nightingale. And the sum of his message is that we will use our mind one way or the other. We will use it. And it could and it's just like the land, which we all know this example, or probably can get some sort of reference from this example. Your mind is just like the land. If you were to plant poison, which you can use for whatever you use it for, it's going to grow just like if you were to plant some corn. There's no difference. So if you go into your mind and you tell your mind, we can't do that, it will not. If you go into your mind and tell your mind, we won't do that, it won't. If you go into your mind and tell your mind anything that is contrary to what you want, that is what you will get. So if you plant an apple seed, you're going to grow an apple. If you plant an orange seed, you're going to get an orange. So this is where endurance comes in. Conditioning comes in. How conditioned are you to change those thoughts in your mind? How many times have you practiced sitting down and being aware of the thoughts in your mind? Perfect example is a lot of people will be like, yeah, I know that about myself. That right there is the awareness. Now, if at any point you want to change those things you know about yourself, that you are aware of yourself, then you start to go into the gym. And those reps begin to be the change as opposed to reinforcing the same. Now that's the part that'll get you. So it's easy with certain stuff. It's easy to reinforce what you already doing. You like, yo, I'm already doing this. This is what I'm used to. So where's the change? Daniel, oh man. So much for that. He about to wake up. Come wake me up. And I'm gonna go spray it. Let me go console my boy. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right. So changing your thoughts in your mind is a sport. I don't know how else to put it to you. Changing your thoughts in your mind is likened to a sport. Now you got your offense, where the offense is the things you want, the things you like, all of the thoughts that you want to go through to the other side, the end zone. Now the defense is all of the thoughts that don't want to go, that thought to go through to the other side, all of your doubts, all of your insecurities. And they're gonna battle. They're gonna play their position, play for some position. They're gonna fight for that position, and it's gonna be a battle. Now, the part where you can get into the process and where you can actually influence is that battle. Being mentally aware of the battle going on is the first step. So we all know, if you a certain age, you know about the angel and the other little thing on the shoulder. That's the battle right there. I'm gonna take a quick pause break because I felt that one, me personally. This is Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. You watching DGTA TV. Be right back.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man, live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We're going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
Now, like I said, I felt that one because I can see that battle, and I literally, myself personally, I go and I'll stop everything because I need to sit down and I need to figure a few things out for myself. But I wasn't always like I wasn't always like that. I wasn't always the type to sit still and organize my thoughts. Now I have thoughts, everybody got thoughts, but I wasn't the type to sit down and say, hey, my bad, I need a dedicated moment to be able to figure out what it is I'm thinking. I mean, even now you'll see me be like, all right, hold on, I need to pause. Because I'm trying to figure this out. So that right there is my one main asset with my life. And being able to put my life together. Because remember, we got the body. The body is this magnificent tool. And the body is put into this life with no instructions, no manual, no nothing. We don't know what to do. So imagine buying a dresser from the store that came in a box and ain't got no instructions. Same thing with life. Now, like I said, we have pointers, we have references, yes, for which way to go. Yes, sure we do. But still, we are building this instruction manual and these references through our own personal experience. So it's like the blind leading the blind. And if you believe in past lives and things like that, you still came here without nothing. So your best bet while you're here is to reinforce that one tool that you came in here with, and to gather as much endurance and strength and conditioning as you can. Everybody's sleeping, so I ain't cooked nothing. I gotta get up, make sure he get up and cook. Yeah, make sure he get up and cook. Hey, at least we got, excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. At least we got some at least we got some money now. Cause we ain't had no money before. I had like $5. Making clean the whole kitchen. All right. Now, here on Expansion Pack, we like to find the root. I want to say, this man in there doing push-ups at 12 o'clock. I thought I put you to bed. Oh, you find that to be fun. That's my man's. All right. So, here on Expansion Pack, we search for the root. Once we know what we are, we can find out. Once we know what our roots are, we can find out what we are. And we can begin to expand into what we are to become. In order for us to do that, we must explore. We must explore in order for us to expand. Here today, we talking about mental health and endurance. On a previous episode, we did talk about reflection, which that is one of my key tools that I use to help organize my thoughts, organize my mind, figure out what it is I want, where I'm going. I suggest, excuse me, you as well use that reflection, that tool of reflection to organize your thoughts. Having that your mind organized, it helps you to find that max. Find your max. Find out what you can't take anymore. Find out the places that you've been in your life that you don't want to go back to. Once you find that max, you know what you can take, what you can endure. Your endurance is key to everything that you will do after this with mental health, building up your strength. Cook while inspired. I don't want them to just cook though. Yeah, eggs and toast. Enough for us. There we go. Hold on 1 second. right, there we go. So once you find out that, oh my God, flip those flapjacks, toss that sauce. Daniel is in his element. Does he want to gobble up this opportunity to embrace that he likes cooking? Yes. Hey, recipes for fried pan tilapia, chocolate chip cookies, and pancakes. He can also talk about cooking with other Sims. That's my man's. Put it down. That's my boy. All right. So building up that endurance is key for everything that is going to come after you build up your endurance. Is this toilet look dirty, or maybe it just look pixely? Was that another subscription? Did somebody just subscribe? Hey, hold on, let me check that out real quick. Say I got another subscript. Hey, Zanita67 is, hey, that's what's up. I appreciate that, Zanita67. Hey, Skunkle with the raid. Uncle Skunkle, what's good? Good to have you in here, man. Hey, so look, while I got my raiders in here, I got 7 subscribers. Thank you for gifting that sub to 0M. Hold on, wait. 0Mya 98, I believe. I ain't got my glasses on. Oh man, I appreciate that. Appreciate the raid, Uncle Skunkle. So what we talking about here is mental health. Mental health. And we are not taking a big chunk out of that pie. We are only talking about your endurance. Your mental health and your endurance. That's it. Now, that is conditioning. That's just your conditioning. What we said is that you got to get into the gym and find that max. Find out what you can't put up with. Find out what you can't deal with anymore. That is your max. That is where you can't go beyond. Let me make sure I'm sitting in front of my camera, right? All right, there we go. So once you find that max, just like if you was at the gym and you taking a weightlifting class and you've been training all week or all month and now it's max day. You get on that bar and you find out where you can't push no more. Your spotter can only help but so much. But we're referencing this to mental health. Once you get into your mind and you reflect, you use your mind's eye to reflect, and you find that max, those situations that you've endured that you don't want to go back to, or that you don't want to go, or you don't want to have happen again. Now you can go forward into your journey of life. You got a little bit of a instruction manual built for yourself, because what we said is that we got this body. Yeah, sure, we got this body, and this body is tossed out here into this life with no instructions. Sure, we do know that you could reference your Bible, basic instructions before leaving Earth, but you still have to build that instruction manual for yourself. Having that conditioning is not something that you start with. You don't start with the conditioning. You don't start with being able to endure anything. You start with nothing. And you build that endurance and you build that conditioning. Now, once you are conditioning, then you can move on to strength training. And that's for anything. That marathon that you want to run, you start out with that conditioning and building that endurance. Oh, well, he did that. And then you go run. Then you do your strength training. And then you go out and you run that 5K. You can't do it before. Or else you'll find out what endurance and conditioning really truly is. So as we come up on our last 20 minutes of my show, thank you again for everybody who stayed to listen to me. What we talked about here is mental health and your endurance. And we use the reference of the gym. You get in there and you do those reps. And you also organize your mind. organize your thoughts so that you can figure out what your max is, figure out where you've been at and what you've been through. And that's the only way so that you can become conditioned. So here on Expansion Pack, we like to find the root so that we can expand a little bit further. Next week on Mental Health Thursdays, what we'll talk about is strengthening. Now you got your endurance. You figured out what your max is, and we want to strengthen. We want to strengthen our mental health from there. The language that we was translating into today is Turkish. All right, let me see. So what we translated was mental. Let's go back. And for me, coming up with at least one solution is completely fine. That solution for today was getting in there and finding that max, finding your max. That's how you could condition yourself better. Now, 1 second. Pause that. And let me get you this translation. So we translated mental in Turkish. So let me turn this up. This is mental in Turkish.
Zihinsel.
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 Zihinsel. Zihinsel.
Zihinsel.
And then we did health. Oh man, I remember it. I just Zylik.
Sağlık.
Zalik. And Zalik. Dang it. This is healthy.
Sağlıklı.
Zaliklı.
Sağlıklı. Sağlıklı.
All right. So this is mental health in Turkish.
Akıl sağlığı.
Akıl sağlığı.
Akıl sağlığı.
Let's see mentally. I did mentally healthy too. Or let me see. Mental. Yeah, I think this was the one I did.
Akıl sağlığı.
No, I did mentally healthy just for fun. Mentally healthy. Yep.
Zihinsel olarak sağlıklı.
Zihinsel olarak sağlıklı.
Zihinsel olarak sağlıklı.
I cannot repeat it, but I will. Sorry if I'm
Zihinsel
butchering.
olarak sağlıklı.
Zihinsel olarak sağlıklı. All right. So, mental health, the definition was mental was of the mind, relating to the mind. Mental definition. Relating to the mind. That is mental. Mind, the definition of mind is the element, and I love that part, the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought. All right. Let me make sure I didn't get no more Facebook comments. All right, I didn't. So back to these definitions. So mind, the element of a person that enables them to be aware of the world and their experiences, to think and to feel, the faculty of consciousness and thought. So the mind is the element of a person. The element of a person. So let's say you got a bunch of elements that make up you. One of those elements is the mind. I think that is perfect. Is he taking a shower? Forget it. I ain't even gonna worry about it because we in conclusions now. But I will send him over to some food. Now, as we leave here today off of Expansion Pack, the words that we use are so fundamental to how we build and shape our lives. And remember, we're dropped here with this body and this life with no instructions. And so if you're building that instruction manual for your life, a fundamental part of that is the words that you use. And that's why I explore the words in different languages and not just one language. So let's look up one more. Let's look up one more word in Turkish. Mind in Turkish. Akil.
akıl,
Akıl.
akıl,
Akıl.
akıl,
Akıl.
akıl,
Let's see what mindful is.
dikkatli,
Dikkatli.
dikkatli,
So mind is akıl.
akıl,
So mind and mine sound exactly the same. It's no coincidence. Anyway, mind is what you're made of. It's one of the elements that you're made of. I don't know how else to put this other than what is the way that I'm about to put it. With your mind being one of the things that you're made of, your mental is, let's get the definition. I don't want to mince words. Relating to the mind. Let me figure out how I can say this. If you want to be healthy mentally, you must explore your mind. You must explore your mind. That increases the reps, the repetitions of exploring your mind. Every time you explore your mind and explore your thoughts, you're increasing the repetitions of exploring your mind, how many times you've done it. And that is the only way to increase your endurance, your mental health endurance. That is the only way, is through repetition. We're not talking about strengthening. We are not talking about anything other than endurance, perseverance. The only way to condition your mind is to increase those number of reps of organization, of reflection. That's how you increase how much you can endure mentally. Without those reps, your endurance is low. Now, there's a quote by a rapper that I really like. My man's. He say, too many Urkels on your team. That's why your win's low. Beautifully said. I just wanted to say that as a side note. But increasing those reps of reflection, how often do you sit down and simply reflect? How often do you sit still in order to hear your thoughts? How much time do you spend organizing your thoughts? Not organizing them on paper or you taking your notes and put them into a file, but your actual intangible thoughts that are in your mind, because that is your mental health. If we were to give you a lifeline, the EKG, the boop, 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 how strong is your pulse mentally? I'm only saying these things in a general light, and so that you as the viewer can hear them, to ask yourself the question. Instantly after you hear the question asked by yourself, you will come up with ways to increase or to strengthen your pulse mentally, or to strengthen your mental health, because you've learned what it is just by hearing the question. So as we round out our episode here today of Expansion Pack, we talked about mental health and endurance, just the mental health side. I mean, the endurance side of mental health. We don't want to take the big sandwich, the Big Mac, and eat it all in one bite. We want to take bites out of this. And our solution to being able to endure mentally is to find our max. Find your max. Find your max. In order for you to endure past that max, you must know what it is. The reference that we used was the gym. You go to the gym, you work out for, or you go to the weightlifting class and you work out for however many weeks, months, days, or whatever. And then there's max day. And on max day, you figure out what you can do from what you can't do. Can you lift 300 or are you still stuck at 250? Can you handle that life situation or will it be the thing that breaks you? I hope y'all enjoyed our talk here today. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to go to a slight commercial break, let y'all hear some of these ads that I made. This is DGTA TV. You watching Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. Hope y'all are exploring y'all mind and increasing y'all mental health and y'all endurance mentally. Be right back.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Man live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time we go live. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
All right, so we back. Told y'all that was just gonna be a slight break. Ain't no need to leave for too long. We gonna round this thing out the right way. So like we said, finding your max is what could help you increase your endurance. Because when you hit the gym, and you go to work out, you're not going to work out to do your max every single time you go to work out. You're just going sometimes just to break them muscles down so that they can rebuild. Break them down so they can rebuild, and then you push your max. And so if you use that in the realm of mental health, you can reflect, you can revisit situations. It just takes you to build up that endurance. When you see yourself going into the future, it takes for you to see what's happening at the current moment and change it in your mind space. That is a hard thing to do if you have never done it before and you're not conditioned to do it. So you may find that your endurance to get through that situation is low. You're pushing, it's looking like you're gonna make it, and no. Because you may have turned on that switch of doubt that it burns you out and you can no longer endure. But if you have that conditioning, or if you do those reps of changing your thoughts or changing your mind or staying positive or continuing to push forward, then it becomes easier and easier and easier to switch that on and turn that on and lift that weight, that burden, that doubt is a little bit lighter once you can push through it, because you've conditioned yourself mentally. So go out there into your mind space. Like I said, it is a real place. Here on Expansion Pack, we ain't opposed to we not supposed to say that what we looking at right here is not real. This right here on this screen that you see me playing is just as real as what we live in. Just like up in here is just as real as what you live in. Wow, that's a commercial. I ain't heard a commercial on this thing yet. That's my guy. So, what's happening here mentally is just as real as what's happening here physically. You have to take hold of that in order to really condition yourself mentally and really have a peace of mind and be healthy mentally. Conditioning is a great place to start. Run those laps in your mind. Run those laps. Now, I know a lot of people. I've met a lot of people through my life. And one thing I can say is that everybody knows a little piece of something. Now, here's what I'm going to share for you in my little piece of something. Your mind space is yours and yours alone. Work it. Get in there and make it work for you. Forget what they told you wasn't real or wasn't possible, and to stop making believe. Those are the words of the enemy. Those are the words of the doubters. Most importantly, forget the doubters. Those are the words of the enemy. Now you know what you up against. In your mind, that is your world and your land and your space. Work it, use it, live in it. And if there's things that are contrary to that, telling you to do that, they are the enemy. That's the only path or the only way to truly being healthy mentally. But you got to do the work first, and you got to be able to build up that conditioning, that endurance. All right. So, hey, appreciate that, Uncle Skunkle. Thank you for stopping through with that raid, man. It's really appreciated. It juiced me back up because I know some ears out there would like this message that I'm giving out on Mental Health Thursdays. Hope you have a great day. So as we close out here today on Expansion Pack, get them reps in, find your max, make sure that you condition properly in your mental space, because there's situations, there's circumstance, there's things you're gonna want to do that you shouldn't do, or things like that are gonna be there in your mental space, and you have to be able to be conditioned properly to get the result that you want. Now, next Thursday on Mental Health Thursday, we're gonna talk about strength training, mental health, strengthening. I work out the title, but we're going to be talking about strengthening your mental health. We talked about endurance and conditioning by finding that max point that you can take, that threshold that you can't take no more. And that's where you can endure through. That's your endurance level. Next week, we'll talk about strengthening. This has been another great episode of Expansion Pack. Shout out to all of my subscribers. Shout out to Zanita67 gifting that sub. Shout out to Uncle Skunkle with the raise. Shout out to Mar Beauty 888 for dropping through on the chat on Facebook and on Facebook and on Twitch. Shout out to Jazz Odette for dropping through. I know you're probably watching on YouTube and on Twitch. Shout out to Odessia DW for stopping through. And also, did I miss anybody? I don't think I missed nobody. But shout out to all of y'all for stopping through and listening to me talk. Like I said, I'm not a guru. I don't have a metaphysics degree or anything like that. But the vibration of my voice, the frequency of light you see as I sit here in front of you on this camera, and my spirit and soul goes out to connect with yours to help us all expand. So catch the wave. I appreciate y'all. Hey. Oh, you already know Nami Dolo was good. Thank you for stopping through as well. Shout out to Nami Dolo. Y'all go follow her on Twitch as well. On Twitter, Karate Kid, KarateKidd. And on YouTube, same name, Karate Kid. Oh man, thank you for stopping through. I appreciate all of y'all. We're gonna get up out of here and we'll catch y'all tomorrow. So let me see. Tomorrow's topic. We did mental health Thursday. Dang, I gotta get that last topic. I gotta get that last topic over to y'all for the week. But it will be done every single Friday. So we talking about planning and execution on Monday. On Tuesday, we talked about what is music. Wednesday, we talked about navigating our lives. Thursday is Mental Health Thursday, and I'll get that topic to you for Friday. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. Oh, yeah, you already know, Nami. You already know. This has been another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Mann. You are now watching DGTA TV. And we're going to get up out of here. Check us out tonight. Laylo Brown presents Identity Groove Collective 7 to 9. We're going to be up in there. Hey, I know y'all loving the music and I know y'all loving the vibe right now. So if you like the late night to listen to some music from 7 to 9 before you go out to the club or before you go out to boogie on your Thursday, tune in with us. We're going to be on Facebook. We're going to be on Twitter. We're going to be on Twitch and YouTube. So also go give Laylo Brown a follow. That is LAYLOW in the color brown on on Google. You can Google that name. But on Facebook, that's LAYLOW.brown.3. And on Twitch, that's Laylo, LAYLOW 88. Well, Laylo B 88. Sorry about that. I can type it in the chat, or you can hit me up, or you can watch the same channel tonight from 7 to 9. Laylo Brown presents Identity Groove Collective. This is another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, Dan F. Mann. I'm up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Sure.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Mann live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, if you like what you seeing here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit that follow button, or you can subscribe to us monthly. We got plenty of new content on the way, so make sure you staying up to date. Smash that notification button right now. Make sure you in here every single time. Also, if you want to be a part of our team here at DGTA TV, make sure you hit us up at one of them social media links you see on the screen. We going up from here. This is DGTA TV. Chill.
It's Laylo, boy. And you tuned in to Expansion Pack with Dan F. Mann live on DGTA TV. You know what it is.
Hey, what's up? You are now watching DGTA TV. Hey, like and subscribe. And don't forget to smash that follow button too. Let me see you smash that. Yeah.